Hi, hello, my name is Gomer Joseph. I hope you've all been having a great day so far. Welcome back to another True Crime Tuesdays video. If you are new, I welcome you. Today I'll be discussing a requested case of the tragic case of Hiawayi Robinson. This was a tricky case to research, but it was also very heartbreaking and extremely disgusting. Hawaii's life was taken so short, and it's a shame that the very person who took her life was the very person who broke her trust. Now, I encourage you all to do your own research with this case and not just look at my video for all of the information. Here we go. Hiawayi Robinson was born on September 24th of 2005 in Pritchard, Alabama to Yosha Populus and Hawaitha Robinson. Hiawayi had a sister named Janaya who she lived with along with their mother Yosha and Yosha's mother. Hiawayi also had two brothers named Daquan and Henry. Hiawayi was described as a girl who was known to be smart, brave, full of joy. She loved candy. She was close with her family. Hiawayi enjoyed baking, especially with her grandmother. She enjoyed taking pictures and making videos. And, she had dreams of being some sort of star when she grew up, and Hiawayi was well loved. On September 16th of 2014, Hiawayi is 8 years old at this point, and she was with her grandmother, and she wanted to hang out with her cousin Kim, which her grandmother had no issue with, especially since Hiawayi and Kim are family, and Kim didn't live far away. Unfortunately, when Hiawayi walked out of the door, her grandmother had no idea that that would be the last time she would ever see her granddaughter alive again. It was getting late. Janaya, who is Hawaii's older sister, came back home from dance practice, and since it was getting late, Janaya decided to pick Hiawayi up from Kim's house. When Janaya arrived at Kim's house, nobody answered. So Janaya calls Kim, but Kim says that she's at the hospital and hasn't seen Hiawayi at all. Janaya proceeded to call Hawaii's father Hawaitha, but when he answered the phone, he claimed that his daughter was not with him. Then Yosha was called and was informed that Hiawayi was nowhere to be found, so the police would be notified. Sometime after the police arrived, Hawaitha arrived, and he was just acting belligerent after hearing that Hiawayi could not be found. Soon, the police would be making this extensive search for Hiawayi. They were beginning to get tips, and there was one specific tip that led them to a gas station called the Best Future gas station. This was a half-mile away from Hiawayi's home. The police, they looked into the surveillance footage, and the footage did show Hiawayi by herself at the gas station, buying candy, going back and forth, then bought a drink, then she left the store. After the police found the surveillance footage, everyone's worst fears came true. Hiawayi's body was found in an abandoned building. The family hears that Hiawayi is no longer alive, and they are absolutely heartbroken. Eventually, an autopsy would be done, and it was determined that she pretty much had the oxygen sucked out of her body. With further investigation, the police did find more footage of the side of the gas station. They noticed Hiawayi running in a parking lot, but after watching the footage over and over again, they were certain that Hiawayi was dropped off by a specific maroon truck. But they needed more evidence that it was the exact vehicle which dropped her off at the gas station. Upon further investigation, it was determined that Hiawayi's father, Hawaitha, had that same sort of vehicle. So the police decided to visit Hawaitha and ask him a few questions. When Hawaitha was questioned by the police, he claimed that he did not stop at the store or even had his daughter Hiawayi with him. To see if his story would be adding up, the police did notice that his house had cameras, and they decided to look into those cameras. Looking at the footage of the cameras of the house, who, actually, I didn't say this before, but Hawaii, he lived in the house with his girlfriend, and the girlfriend just, allowed them to look into cameras because she felt like, her man had nothing to do with what happened to Hawaii. But when the police, were looking through the camera footage, they found that Hawaii left the house the same afternoon that Hawaii went missing. They see Hawaii drive back into the house, and they see him walking into the house, straight into the laundry room. Then he's like walking back and forth from the house to the truck, changing clothes. Because usually, like, when you have to change clothes, you usually don't go back and forth from your house to your vehicle. The police took possession of Hawaii's truck and began examining it. As they examined the truck, they found black duct tape. And this was the same sort of duct tape which was found where Hawaii's body was found. They also uncovered a hair bead. And this was the same sort of hair bead which was placed into Hawaii's hair a couple of days before she went missing. And the thing about that is that Hawaii hadn't been around Hawaii around, the same time that she lost her life. With all of the evidence that was found, Hawaii was arrested and charged for taking his daughter's life. Because I tried to go ahead and search, but I'm just gonna assume, like, because I'm trying to figure out if, like, because I couldn't find this, but I couldn't figure out if Hawaii actually got a call from Kim, or if, Hawaii was the one who called the house phone and he told Hawaii to say that she was going to Kim's house. But you might be wondering, like, what on earth, like, why in the world would a father take the life of his little girl? Well, the reason, and of course this is a very vile reason that you would take anybody's life, especially one of your own children, but the reason is that this monster assaulted his own child, and Hawaii lost her life in the process. And what's, because it's already tragic that she already lost her life, but it just adds, there's more of a tragedy to this, because this wouldn't be the first time that Hawaii was even assaulted by her father. She was regularly assaulted by her own father. On September 8th of 2016, Hawaii was found guilty and sentenced to 100 years in prison for the rest of his life for taking his daughter's life. Now, Hawaii claims that the verdict was wrong, and even his own family. But facts are facts. If Hawaii were to have been alive today, then she would have been 18 years old by now. She had so much to live for, but her monster father decided to betray and hurt his child in the worst way imaginable. No child should ever have to go through what Hawaii went through, and Hawaii needs to live with that for the rest of his life. Thankfully, he'll be spending the rest of his life in prison, but he will continue to pay for the evil, wicked action that he committed against his daughter in the afterlife if he does not repent of his sins and trust in Jesus Christ alone to save him. Even though Hawaii did get justice, it doesn't take away the pain that her family feels, because they no longer have Hawaii in their lives. My prayer is that God would comfort them and that they would seek God in their mourning. I thank you all for taking the time in your day to watch this video. If you did like this video, please feel free to hit the like button. If you have any thoughts on this case at all, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos from me, please feel free to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about the next video. If there is a certain true crime case that you'd like me to cover, go ahead and let me know. I will see y'all for the next True Crime Tuesdays, and I will talk to y'all later.